What's up, y'all? I'm back. So, I was planning on posting a video yesterday. I felt like the footage was really good. That's why I haven't posted anything. The footage was never really that good. But, I felt like everything was great yesterday, except I was charging my GoPro at work. And I guess I didn't plug in the mic all the way and you couldn't hear anything, so... Womp, womp, womp. Video was so good too. I was so excited to come back. Basically, the topics of discussion were how I got into riding for the 27th millionth time. Come on, Brody. Come on, Brody. And the bikes I've had. Alright, so here we go. Hopefully everything's good this time and I could upload something. So I had a 1990 Ford Ranger and I let my brother borrow it one day to go do some activities, I guess, and go to TJ and stuff and do whatever he had to do. Come on, bro. And so I needed to pick up my stuff one day when he was done borrowing it. And so he didn't have another vehicle at the time. All he had was this ancient as hell Yamaha V-Star. And I swear, this thing was from like the Middle Ages, dude. Everything all crusty, everything all rusty. It ran, but it was loud, bro. Super loud. Anything you did, loud. And you kind of had to actually know how to get that bike rolling, you know what I mean? When you have a specific bike that likes to be treated a certain way, to go, to stop. That was that bike. If you did not give it like half throttle when releasing the clutch, you're gonna stall. And my friend at the time, he rode it and he stalled that thing everywhere and all the time, dude. I'm like, bro, just give it max throttle, release the clutch slow, you'll be alright. So he had the Yamaha V-Star, and I didn't know then what I do know now. R.I.P. Toby Keith. And I didn't know about like riding boots, riding pants, riding jacket, gloves. I didn't know about any of that, alright? So I got on the bike equipped with some gym shorts, white t-shirt, some Nike slides, no gloves, old ass helmet, and a kiss from the Heavenly Father right on my forehead. And so when I first was riding on the back, it was cool, you know. I was like, yeah, I can see how this is cool and stuff like that. It's alright, yeah, you can split lanes and whatever. But once we got on the freeway, dude, he yeeted that throttle when we were on the freeway, man. I almost fell back off the bike. I had to grab his luscious love handles, my brother, and hold on for dear life. I had to hold on to his car needs a care package, you feel me? His fucking side meat. His side meat. Oh shit. That beefy brisket. And I finally got it, man. I was like, man, this is fun. This is cool. At the time I wasn't really thinking how like dangerous it is, you know, because it is dangerous, like I talked about in my previous video. But I was like, man, I gotta get one of these. So that leads me to the next subject. What bikes have I owned? I've owned an Iron 883, a Softail lowrider, Yamaha Bolt, and now the 2021 King. Look at this safety, brother. And so the first bike, I was doing research. You know how you get into the little rabbit hole and shit. And what bike should I get? What CC should I start off on? All this jazz. And I went to the salesman, and he was like, "Just get this 1200." And I was like, "Nah, I don't think so, man. I think that's a little too big. It's gonna be my first bike." Just being a total weenie about it, you know. And I was like, man, I just don't think I could handle all that right now. He was like, man, you're gonna be alright, it's fine. A lot of people start on 1200s. And I was like, man, I don't know. See that red car right there? Yeah, and my little other tutorial video when I was like giving tips and stuff. Don't get mad at anybody, man. They're just trying to get on their way. Alright? Just adjust, react, adjust, and move on. And that's it. There's no point in getting all worked up. Like, that guy was going super slow, right? You see me rev bombing him, telling him to hurry up, let me go. No, man. Just relax. If you get all pent up over small little bullshit, then number one, you don't need to have a concealed carry, alright? And you don't need to be on no motorcycle, because you are highly volatile. You're ready to explode and pop off at any minute, man. Alright, back to the bike situation. So I ended up with the 883, by the way. And it was a good bike, I liked it. That's my first handlebar swap, brake bleed on the little Sporty. I went from stock bars to Bitwell chumps, which are like, aren't the chumps like mini apes? But I went to the mini apes, bled the brake and everything. It took way too long, longer than it really should have been. And then it started having voltage regulator problems. And I don't know if this was like the first batch of that year's Sporty, but nothing but voltage regulator issues for me. We put like 3 voltage regulators in there. And this happened during the start of COVID, so the parts weren't available, the shop was closed. They kept my bike for, like, no lie, probably like 4 to 5 months, dude. And so once I got it back for like the 3rd time, I forget, it was a long time ago, but after a couple months after I got it, it started with same shit. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna get rid of this. I liked it. It taught me how to ride, taught me how to you know, just do things that a biker does when they first started out, you know. It was like my Linda Lovelace, man, teaching me the ways of the world. And so after I got that, I'm a sucker for America, man. I love America. I love my country. I saw this white sparkly paint on a tank with red and blue swooshes, and it was a 2020 lowrider. And I sat on that thing, man. It felt like a little couch. And I was like, damn, it's a red, white, and blue. I'm gonna name it Pepsi, aka Evil Knievel. And yeah, so I ended up getting that. And that thing was wicked, bro. I liked it. I was so stoked. I did another bar job on there. Hardcase Performance, riser, blue top clamp, and then a Flymoto MX bar, I think. And that thing was sweet. I dropped it on some oil one day. It was like raining a little bit, and it was wet inside my garage. And I came in there. I guess I didn't see the little oil spot or little water spot, and I was turning my bike and it just slid. Crushed my leg. Well, it didn't crush it. It fell on my leg. I was pretty swollen and sore. But yeah, good bike. I let my brother borrow it for a long time because I had a work van, and it's like, all right, well, I don't really have time to ride anymore, and on the weekend I'm dog ass tired, you know. So he was borrowing it for a little while, and eventually we were gonna lead up to the point where it would be his. So, you know, he was doing his thing with it and making the payments on it. I quit that job, and I got this job where I work on the coffee machines now. If you have like an office or something and want a coffee machine in your office, I'll go and install them, maintenance them, clean them, all that shit. I was at Harley Davidson one time, and I took my lunch there, and sales guy started talking to me, and you know, the rest is history, man. I originally wanted some clapped out Dyna or something where I could just work on it, buy it for like a G or two maybe. You know, something that's barely hanging on like me, on its last leg, ready to go, ready for exit stage left. In all honesty, I told him it's like my dream bike is either a Fat Boy or a Road King. He's like, we have this pre-loved, gently used, light come Road King right here. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. It only had like 11,000 miles, and it was a 2021. So I was like, alright, cool. So we went ahead and, you know, jumped through all the hoops and stuff to get it. And since I couldn't have 2 Harley loans, my brother had my back. I told him the situation. He's like, go ahead and take the bike, bro, if you have to trade it in, if you can't have 2 loans. And I was like, what? I was like, thank you very, very much, you know. I appreciate it. I'll never forget that. And so in turn, I gave him the Yami Bolt. I got the Road King. Oh, I didn't even talk about, did I talk about the Yami Bolt? Damn, my airhead. After letting my brother use the lowrider, I quit my job, worked at the coffee spot. I needed a way to work. So I got a Yamaha Bolt. That thing's cool. It came all like, it had decent mods on it. It had a custom painted tank with like little skulls and stuff on it. And then it had a Freedom Performance, I think, muffler tip. I don't think it was a full system. And I put a Zombie Performance Taco T-bars on there. And me, with my dumb self, I went with the raw finish, raw steel, and steel rust. So every weekend I had to get my little scrub daddy, or my Brillo pad, or whatever, and put the anti-rusting spray on there and that little lube that took all the rust off, man. It was crazy. Eventually I was gonna do a full bar swap, you know, make it correct. It's kind of hard because you get attached to these vehicles and experiences on them, and you know, you just develop a bond with your bike. They're like an actual horse or something. Because, you know, we all been in a situation you're like, just get me home, girl. I know you're gonna get me home. But yeah, my grandpa loved that bike. Rest in peace. And man, when I had to do the final ride to the dealership to trade it in, whew, I cried a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Keep it a buck with y'all. I got the Road King now, and it's been pretty good so far. The biggest bike I've ever rode. It did take some getting used to, because it was way heavier than anything I've ridden. A Softail, it outweighed it by 200 pounds. Sporty, outweighed it by 1,000 pounds, you know. Nah, just kidding. This bike only weighs 800 pounds. I think a Sporty was like 5. Probably Softail's around like 6. But it was additional weight that you have to get used to when, you know, you don't feel it when you're moving, you feel it when you're going slow. I'll get the hang of it eventually. I could only 1 foot it, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Sorry I have to edit this so it makes sense. I don't want to reshoot this again. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day, good night. As Mama Brown would say, keep on smiling, y'all.